All right, Week 13 edition of Folcrum Football. We got to play it early because Wolf's getting out of here to go to the game in just a few minutes. So it's the concept is simple. You can take Steelers or Cardinals, take anybody on either team.
Okay.
They don't have to be the best. They just got to be who's most likely to swing the game on Sunday, okay?
Thus, the Fulcrum point.
Yes. Here we go.
Fulcrum Football.
Oh, coin flip.
Oh, look,
I win. Okay, all right. I'll take James Conner with my first pick.
No way did you do that.
See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
You're taking James Conner.
Taking James Conner.
Why did you select James Conner first?
Selected James Conner for something we've been talking about a lot this week and something we just heard Mike Tomlin talking about. Former Steeler going home, former Pitt player going home, facing his former team. But more than that, he's the definition of the fulcrum this week for the Cardinals. They got to give him the ball more than they did last week, and they're going to because they saw how ridiculous the numbers looked after the game.
In the name of all that is good and righteous, please, 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 please give it to James Conner. I agree. He would have been my first Fulcrum football player. So now I'm going to say, I'm going to do something I rarely do, audience. My first Fulcrum football player is going to be Najee Harris. That's right, Najee Harris. Oh, baby. Get ready for this right now. Listen, the only thing bigger than James Conner on the football field is Najee Harris on the football field at 6'1", 242 pounds. He hammers the ball, too, and will choose the third rail of running the football. Sometimes he'll go left, sometimes he'll go right, and sometimes he'll just straight up run you into the ground. That's what he does, and this game is going to be really, really interesting to watch. Just how many pass attempts will there be in this game? That's what I want to know. I suspect the Cardinals are going to put Kyler Murray in a very balanced offense, and if he's going to be in a balanced offense, you're going to be handing the ball off to James Conner. I expect the same thing to actually happen for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You said he's 6'1", 242?
242.
So that's basically me, but 50 pounds heavier and talented. That's a problem. That's an issue.
That is an issue. You have issues. There's no doubt about that.
I said it before you could say anything, so you never
So
chance
I'm
to pile
going
on.
with number 2. Well, actually, it's my first Fulcrum football player.
Never let Wolf
Luke
announce
ripped
the picks of the actual NFL draft.
Maybe next time you'll pick Tails.
Yeah, Tails never fails.
My first Fulcrum football player is Najee Harris.
Well, the segment's almost over, but I have time for my second pick, and it's going to be T.J. Watt.
See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
You can neutralize T.J. Watt. Well, a couple things will happen. One, you'll probably win. Two, every other coach in the league is going to ask you how you did it because nobody is neutralizing this guy. What was our impromptu list of like the 3 or 4 best defensive players in the NFL? He might be at the top of it. He's certainly on it. And the Cardinals, they're going to have to answer to him or find an answer for him on Sunday.
Basically, it's Luke, of course, going with the high-profile stuff. I'm going to go a little bit more glue.
Backup long snapper?
Like glue guys right here. My second Fulcrum football player, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Yelda Froholt.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, okay?
I was just waiting. I didn't even know who your pick was.
Yelda Froholt right now. Anytime you're going to line up and you're going to try to run the ball, especially on the road, get ready. Your center is going to be an integral piece to you running the ball well and making sure everybody else knows what kind of front, what it is you're seeing, making the correct calls, and oh, by the way, actually getting off, blocking at the point of attack with some bloody knuckles and a dark heart, and then getting up to the second level. Yelda Froholt is going to be huge in this game because there's going to be a huge attempt to run the football, and your center's going to be right in the middle of it. He's my second Fulcrum football player.
All right, with my third pick, there's a few different ways I want to go with this one. You know what, though? I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go with Trey McBride.
See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
Trey McBride, this is the look Wolf just gave me. This is his first game with no Zach Ertz now. Obviously, Zach Ertz not on the team. But more than that, if you look at Trey McBride's numbers over the last few weeks, Wolf, he's arguably the most productive tight end. Certainly one of the 2 or 3. He's been up there with T.J. Hawkinson. Most productive tight ends in football over the last few weeks. Look, Michael Wilson sounds like he's out. Hollywood Brown is a question mark. If we really want Kyler Murray to play well, he's got to have somebody to throw the ball to, and that somebody is probably Trey McBride.
And more times than not, how many times does a tight end flash over the middle of the field in between the numbers? Isn't that right, Kyler? An excellent choice by Luke Lapinski.
Got a pretty good team right here right now.
My third Folcrum football player, I'm doing things a little bit differently here. It's Mason Cole.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Not stop it. It's Mason Cole, former Arizona Cardinal, my friends, playing center for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Talking to my older brother Craig, of course, who is the Steelers radio analyst, watching some of the tape on Mason Cole and watching how integral he's been to their running game over the last 3 weeks in particular, where the Pittsburgh Steelers have really made a concerted effort to run the ball. Mason Cole is right in the middle of all of that. Of course, we know the Arizona Cardinals defensive line and their box, their front seven, they've had a hard time stopping the run, ladies and gentlemen. And because of that, Mason Cole and that offensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, they're licking their lips right now. This is going to be a huge game, and Mason Cole will be right in the center of it. He's my third Folcrum football player.
Say that number with confidence. All right, real quick, I'll do my last one. I will go with Jalen Thompson.
See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
2 straight games with an interception, Wolf. We maybe haven't even talked about this enough this week of, there's all these different ways you got to win on the ground and what have you, and that's probably where this game will be decided. But Kenny Pickett's a guy you can get to, and you can turn him over, and you can get him to make mistakes if he has to throw, and Jalen Thompson's pretty good at doing that.
Yeah, you know what's okay. My final Folcrum football player, since Luke ripped off Trey McBride because that was mine,
and James Conner.
Pat Freiermuth. Yeah, Pat Freiermuth, the tight end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both these quarterbacks, they need that security blanket that a tight end represents. And what I love about Freiermuth, this is a guy that will line up as a stud tight end and do his job, block. He's a guy that is really, really good, sneaky good in terms of targets and in terms of receptions, but he's also a very underrated blocker. Pat Freiermuth, I'm going to go. He's my fourth Folcrum football player.
All right, you went Najee Harris, Yelda Froholt, Mason Cole, Pat Freiermuth. I went James Conner, TJ Watt, Trey McBride, and Jalen Thompson.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.